Hi everyone, it's CherryEnchantress. I'm here with another pick a card and your weekly reading and love message from your person. So we have 3 piles here. First we have the Death card from the Wizard's Tarot. It's actually quite romantic, so don't be scared of it. And it also represents Scorpio. We have the Two of Cups, which is traditionally happy, and the Lovers, which is also traditionally happy union and sometimes choices. So take a deep breath in, close your eyes, release your breath, and let your heart guide you to the pile that's meant for you. Let's begin. Okay, here is pile number 1 with the Death card. So I'm going to go into a little explanation about what the Death card in this particular deck means. It has all the traditional meanings like death, rebirth, endings, mortality, loss, change, severing ties, transitions, transformation, birth, force, and those types of things. It's a natural part of life, but here it is talking about resisting sort of an experience that you might need to go through, Try to feel the true nature of this card. You will find kindness, compassion, and love in death, as you see in her expression. See? Oh, okay. I think I have it zoomed for far away, but anyway, she's smiling. The experience will also be cleansing, releasing, and what is done and retaining only what is pure and essential. So it's represented by the black cloak and the white roses. Be open to exploring what this encounter with death is like. Act and react, move and flow. Be willing to dance with death. Find the grace. Don't be surprised if you feel yourself changing, growing wings like a phoenix rising from the flames, just as the man in the image is. And again, it feels like all things, Scorpio related, 8th house related, this renewal kind of energy, a transformation, going through something big, and sometimes it could be your appearance, of or inner physical things or spiritual things, or the transformation of your relationship. All right, so let's see what else we have. So from our Faery Forecast, we have haunts. It's very Scorpio reading, it feels like. Okay, so haunts is all about the hangout, but because we're in Halloween season, it could definitely represent haunted houses, parties, going out, hanging out with friends, places that kind of have this sort of spooky, familiar feeling, and also this sort of relationship that sort of haunts you in a sense that you just seem to not be able to break free of a particular connection, and maybe it's because there's something more there than you just realize. Maybe it's not meant to break free, maybe it's meant to evolve, and it's not something you're supposed to end, but something you're supposed to transform. And they almost feel the same way, but it's not the same thing. Endings, even when you attempt the endings to certain relationships, if there's like a twin flame connection, it's never really truly an end. It could be a separation, it could be a type of non-communication, but it's not an ending, or it could be an ending to a particular phase, but always a beginning, because within endings are beginnings as well. And there's cycles, and whenever you stop one course of action or one way of doing something, you've already made a choice to do something else, right? All right, so let's get into some unspoken messages. So what are they saying? I've loved you longer than you can remember. Could remember. Our divine synchronicities are constantly haunting me. See, you've got this synchronistic feeling here. And don't mistake divine timing with ego's timing. So there's this sense that something bigger and greater is happening here, but it's not on your clock. You know, you don't actually have control over the timing of the situation as much as you would like to. You can certainly keep manifesting the timing that you want, but what you're really supposed to be doing is just manifesting the person and not so much the how. You don't manifest the how. Spirit takes care of the how, okay? So all you have to do is surrender to the how, and that way you will achieve a closer connection to the perfect timing, and you'll be able to receive it when it comes. So let's take a look at love notes 1 and 2 for you. So I'll go with 1 first. Okay, we have, there is a song that reminds me of you. I listen to it and think about you. You and I will always meet somewhere in between. I'm still healing. There's so much that I'm going through and have gone through. You've been in my dreams. All right, let's see. These could be answers back or just more additional messages from part 2. You are the song of my soul. There's some music here. Your patience and love is keeping this going. I want to connect with you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, very sweet. Let's see now what your fairy, romantic fairy has to say. They all has something with fairies, my decks anyway. And you have, a healing connection. Your romance will transform your life. See, it's not just you're going through a transformation, but your actual romance is what brings this transformation in your life. And we have, your love language is quality time. So be the witness to each other's life. And, you know, this could be representing that things are going to become more 3D, and you'll be able to spend physical time together and actual dates and things like that. Or whatever you do to spend time together, you'll have more of that. Then we have spirit soul path, a personal evolution within your relationship. So your relationship is evolving. It's going, and like this before, like that the healing connection is something that it's transforming your life. So this is like happening to both of you individually, but specifically your connection with this person is your spirit path as well. This is what you're doing for yourself to transform. All right, so, and it was kind of your choice whether you acknowledged it, whether it was conscious or not. It is your choice. It's something that you asked for this lifetime, to bring this someone who would transform your life. All right, so let's see now what your Enchanted Embrace has to say. You are the woman of my dreams. Some more dreaming here. Then we have, I can't help falling in love with you. You are sweet perfume like the desert rose, and you make me feel tingly. All right, let's get a little cherry on top and then get some charms. Let's see what the personality is like. You have water, forgiving, that's good. Fire, creative. Air, flexible, nice balance. And fire, confident. I knew we'd have a little bit more fire here. Just kind of felt that. All right, so let's get charms now. Alrighty, we have the duck, which is sexy time for you guys. I'll go ahead and tell you the story. So, now that it's the season for festivals again, there was a medieval festival that I went to called Sherwood Forest near Austin. everybody was dressed up. I was really impressed how well the men were dressed up. And so I was taking pictures of everybody. And so I went over to this one dude and I was like, can I take a picture of you? Because he had this helmet on with horns that were like a mile wide. They're like a longhorn, you know, the cows here in Texas. Anyway, and he said, I'm the horniest man here in Sherwood Forest. And then he gave me that duck that rhymes with you know what. And so that's the story of that. But look at that, the candlestick. We were saying that we might have a date here, a date night. You have an anchor, so your situation's nice and sturdy. The love Saturn makes me feel like this has been a lot of hard work. You know, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of dedication, and a lot of ambition to keep achieving and striving for the best possible love and the highest form of love. And love is, yeah, I mean, can be also an achievement in this sense, especially when you add Capricorn to the mix or Saturn to the mix. So this is for people maybe who have Venus in Capricorn or Saturn in the 7th house. It's just this Capricorn or Saturn Venus energy, and this kind of duty when it comes to, or not so much duty, but it's just ambition when it comes to finding the one. And Saturn represents past life. So this is not just about, finding that, you know, person that's easy to get married to. This is about your partner being somebody who is a soul person, you know, somebody very connected to you. And that is kind of like a highest goal here. Then you have Christoph. So yeah, Christoph is marriage material. You have the Taj Mahal with India. You have anchor again, a lot of stability here. You have the number 3. You have the snowflake, no two snowflakes alike, 1 in a million. We have sweet wish, make a wish. Now, I believe in manifesting over wishing, but you know, wishes can be sweet sometimes. When you wish upon a star, just try that some night. Then we have the crown, which represents the divine masculine and feminine energy, and the elephant of nostalgia, the bird of communication, and Saint George, who is patron saint of warriors, soldiers, agriculture, and farmers. And yeah, this is all about the divine masculine as well. And you are enough. And then the fairy on the moon represents like your dream energy, and connect with the fairies because they might have more messages. You know what? I think I will connect with the fairies. I will give you another message. Let's see what they have to say. I will give you I'll give you some fairy dust, even though I usually reserve fairy dust for when the fairy dust comes out. I think I might give people messages, fairy messages, whenever fairies come out. How about that? Halloween special. Oh, you got peace. Friends and family are those who care. Peace is yours today to share. All right, you guys. Well, very nice, lovely energy. I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. I'm moving on to the next. Alrighty, pile 2. You chose the 2 of Cups. Good choice. I always like the 2 of Cups. So let's get into a more extended message about the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is usually about some kind of partnership. It's union, connections, falling in love at first sight. That's nice. Harmony, feeling in love, kindred spirits, attraction, and romance. Cups represent water, the soul, relationships, emotions, creativity, imagination, friends, family, and receptivity. And 2 is about choices and decisions. A decision needs to be made and the status quo upset before events can move forward. And the suit of the card is a clue about how to make that decision. Your choice here is whether to connect or not to connect with a person, group, idea, or activity. The decision to join with another in some way involves investing your emotions and forming a relationship. This opportunity has a lot of potential for healing and to become part of something larger than yourself. And it's funny, like, you know, a lot of you like to watch all 3 piles, and I feel like this is already a progression from pile 1. If you want to check out pile 1, it's like you letting go of something and moving on to this choice of being together here. So the best unions create a whole that is worth more than the sum of its parts. Exactly. You are each whole on your own, but you are even a greater whole when you're together. Take a chance and see what comes next. This card can also indicate a moment of falling in love, or at least being really interested in where something might lead. At this early stage, it's too soon to tell how long it will last, but the value is in whatever you can learn or experience by exploring this new connection. And so I feel like there's actually two messages here. Some of you have already been connected for quite a while with this, like a red thread or a twin flame connection. And the Two of Cups is saying, it can be about choices, but I think it really just means you're meant for each other. And there's no kind of denying that. Also, there's this sense of falling in love over and over again with each other. And then there's those of you who are just now discovering this love and connecting and feeling like this is my other person. Let's see where this leads, and you're beginning the journey. All right, so let's see what your other cards have to say. From the Faery Forecast, you have Samhain. So maybe by the end of October, which is Halloween, you will have come to some kind of acknowledgement of this person. They come into your life. At the end of Halloween, we're in Scorpio season, and Mars moves into Scorpio too, so there's going to be a lot of passion in the air. So this love at first sight is very possible. Maybe it's already happened on the new moon in Libra during Libra season, which is the love season, and it just intensifies later in the month. But definitely this festival, this holiday, you should treat it with respect, or not just respect, but with fun, like really celebrate it, enjoy it. Well, even if you're still single on Samhain, maybe if you go out, that's where you're going to meet this person, okay? So definitely go out exploring and be social. I've said these things before and have gotten strange comments, and I just want to say, in the context of the world today, do whatever you feel is safe for you. But and I feel like that's, go, without being said, like I don't need to tell you that. But a lot of people, will comment as if I need to explain my point of view. I don't really go out very much, and I don't like to take risks myself, but there's all, the people I'm talking to are from all over the world, and there's a lot of places that issues are quite mild and social activities quite normal. So, and people have a wide range of viewpoints in this, and I'm not going to be biased towards anybody's viewpoints. I'm just saying, do what's right for you, right? Okay? All right. Okay, so now let's get into some unspoken messages. We have, I'm projecting sexual energies onto you. Can you feel me? So sometimes you don't even have to step out of the house. You can feel this tantrically if it's a twin flame. You can connect through social media or even online games and things like that. Our next message is, your vulnerability teaches me to be humble. And another fun way, to connect as a partner, is when you play these kinds of games online and you partner up with somebody, that can give you a really good clue if you work well together, which has happened to me before. I've had boyfriends come out of those kinds of situations, where I realize, well, this person has a good head on their shoulders, and they're fair and honorable, and they have a good way of listening and partnering up with me. You can tell a lot about a person the way they play a game, right? Then we have, although we are physically apart, spiritually, I can feel us together. And see, so this could, like I said, for a lot of you, not even physically know this person yet, or you do know them and you're more of in a spiritual situation. So wherever you are in your situation, and you still feel this bond. It could be like pile 1 moving to pile 2, like we're physically connected. There's no separating the situation. Let's deepen it. Let's try find ways to connect even better. All right, so let's get some love notes. We got love notes 1 and 2. Let's start with 1. We've got, when I look into your eyes, I get lost in you. I am learning to live life better through you. You are my safe place. You are my home. We will be together again. So past life or exes or somebody that you've known before coming through for some of you guys. All right, let's see what the pink ones say. Now this one could be the response to these, or it could just be more messages. We have, I'm my best self when you are around. It's good, like let's be together because I'm better with you than without you. You are worth it, every moment, every breath. Also, this represents duets. Let me just throw that out there, you know. So that's, I don't know, like some of you connect through music maybe. I felt that on pile 1, and maybe that just means you're better when you sing together. You see how that works? You may be a wonderful soprano and they may be a wonderful tenor, but together, when you harmonize, how beautiful that is. And you have loving you is all I want to do. Very sweet. Okay, let's see what our Enchanted Embrace has to say. I want to feel your touch. I want to taste you, savor you. This one's sexy. I will love you till my dying day. There are so many words in the silence between us. Okay, so some of you might be in sort of a timeout, non-communication, and that could be causing a little bit of frustration, but this feels like that communication's coming back. Okay, we have now the Romantic Fairy Oracle. Real feelings. You share true romantic feelings worth exploring. Your love language is physical touch. So it's kind of something that's necessary for both of you probably. Yeah, I feel like they're telling you they want to touch you and you're telling them my love language is physical touch. Hey, how about that? Tender touch means so much. And then life partner, your romance is stable and ready to go the distance. So this could turn into something long-lasting and for the rest of your life. This could be somebody who means something very special to you for a long-term period. Let's see what the cherry on top is. What's their personality? They're earth helpful. And water romantic. And water sensitive. Air intelligent, and earth chivalrous. Oh, I like that. I like all of those. Those are real important to me. Very nice. So hope you like that. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to comment below. Oh wait, I gotta get your charms. But still while I'm getting my charge, you can put your thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, here we go. All right, you have Dobby, we just talked about Dobby today, the familiar. We have the 4-leaf clover. We have Billy Idol, like a rock star here, somebody you really admire. Some more rock stars with AC/DC, somebody who is electrifying, exciting, stimulating. We have a lot of music here. And look, we got the pumpkin by Sawin, like I said. Before the last petal falls, then you'll say, I love you, and transformation will occur. Then we have Anna, so she's here ready for for some, oh, and Kristoff was in pile 1, so Anna's waiting for Kristoff, and maybe she'll eat some pizza while she's waiting. I feel like I need to get a couple more. Let's see. Oh, and there's Kristoff again. See, she was waiting for him and he showed up. Then we have the windmill for Holland. The world, you're connected to the world. This is a strong, steady weight. You can fix things. And look, an engagement. Yes, I do. Oh, that's nice, you guys. Well, I hope you like that. Faye, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Moving on to the next. Alrighty, and here we have pile number 3 with the Lovers. So yeah, Lovers sometimes has been said to represent choices. I never used to really read Two of Cups or the Lovers to mean choices. To me it was just love and union and happiness. But yes, love is and can be a choice, this decision to be with somebody. And see, pile 2 ends in a proposal with the ring coming out. And so that is like a question. And do you choose this person to be your person? Do you choose them? So it can also be about trust and communication and relationships and partnerships. It's about togetherness. It's about affection, sexuality, and harmony, and engagement, attraction, and duality. See, we just got engaged in pile 2, so better check pile 2 out. And then in pile 2, I'll tell you to check pile 1 out. I feel like this is an actual progression. I love it when this happens. But anyway, so this card is really... sometimes it's a little complicated and then also just very simple. The simple side is that decisions you face have already been decided by your heart. All you have to do is make the choice that makes your heart feel happy and peaceful. The complex aspect is understanding the nature of the connection you're about to make. Two powerful forces, represented by the green and the yellow pillars, will come together and create something more than the sum of the parts, represented by the pentacle. So we had that come out in pile 1. You are more than the sum of the parts. You both are amazing on your own, whole within yourselves, but together you make a greater whole. Pile 2, I thought about the duet. When you're singing with somebody, you're the most amazing soprano ever. Maybe you're singing with the most amazing bass ever, but together you have an incredible high, even better sound, maybe, or even it's just different. It's just more beautiful in my my way of seeing things. My mom was a soprano. My dad, well, my mom still is a soprano. My dad was a bass, and when they sang together, or a baritone, it was like magic. They were beautiful separately and beautiful together. So I think that's kind of how I like to look at this. These two powerful forces. And so together it creates this pentacle energy. Or in the reverse, you sometimes will see an angel hovering over the couple. It's almost like, to me, you can't have a relationship unless you have that spiritual guidance from above, that protective energy from the universe. And it's always going to be there too, to guide you, to help you. Or if any of you have any specific angels or guides in your life that are it's kind of like their, let's say, their mission to help your love relationships. So they've been assigned to that or something like that, Passion here is indicated by the flames, and it's combined with discernment, indicated by the apples, which are the fruit of knowledge of good and evil. So recognize all this potential, take a deep breath, and reach out a hand that is offered. Yeah, because she looks a little bit hesitant. When this card came out for private reading, somebody was a little bit like, didn't understand the aspect of the hesitancy. But yes, when you've been hurt before, love can be sometimes a scary thing. Like, do I trust this person? Do I go for it? Is this okay? But your heart is saying yes, yes, yes. It's when you let in your mind, your ego, that you start to doubt things. So let go of the ego and just follow your heart. Let's see what the Faery Forecast has to say. Ooh, you have safe. See, you are safe. Safe to love. The other thing I like about this card is these two people are hugging because they're scared of the little mouse. They're not really scared of the mouse. Mice are not that scary. But what's happening here is it's almost like this feigned fear, like, well, oh, hold me, honey, you know. And I often see this as two people hanging out together watching like horror movies or something, like, or doing something that's scary kind of on purpose so they can grab onto each other, you know. And which one's this one is going to get more scared, the masculine or the feminine, who knows. But there's this sense that together you're always safe, no matter what situation you're in, even if it's a serious, scary situation, or if it's just one of these sort of fake, scary situations, these sort of, oh, boo. Oh, by the way, and the Lovers also represents Gemini for anybody that cares. Pile 1, we had Scorpio come out in the Death card. All right, so now we have Unspoken Messages. We have, my beloved, we will make it through this twin flame journey. All right. And it feels like I've loved you for 1,000 years. And trust your heart and believe in Spirit's plan for us. All right. So it's about trust. Letting go, surrendering the how, and just trust. All right, let's see now. We have love notes. So we have love notes 1 and love notes 2. Let's take a look at love notes 1. How far we go always seems to get better with time. I never knew what love was until you showed me. You are the one that I want to be with. And you're my angel. Now let's see what the pink ones have to say. They can be a response to the beige, or they could just be more of the same. Let the old me go and see the new me. That's real important, like living in the now. Don't bring up any past resentments or even project into the future. I mean, you might have goals for the future, like marriage and other things, but it's really more important to just savor every moment, be in the now. You are my joy, you are my light, you are my peace of mind. And I only want to be with you. All right, very nice. So now let's get some Enchanted Embrace. Actually, I'm going to go with, Enchanted Embrace. We have, you are wonderful. You are so beautiful to me. I live with you in my dreams. I feel you in my bones. Very nice. Simple but sweet. And then let's see what our romantic fairy has to say. Natural evolution. Let the situation unfold naturally. I think there's a lot of people here that want to try to force the timing in their own hands, right? But it's actually going to be an outside timing that you have to trust, you know? There's an outside spiritual plan here. And your love language is acts of service. So actions speak louder than words. So there could be some talk without actions, and so sometimes one or the other of you need to see the actions. It could be that both of you have the same love language, or maybe if you don't, you have to understand each other's love language, what you were raised to connect to feel safe in a relationship, and that's going to be real important to talk about. And then we have manifesting the one. Very soon your true love will arrive. So if they haven't shown up yet, they're coming very soon. The timing could be very similar to pile 1 or 2, where we had Samhain come along, you know. And so definitely strong energy this month for love in the Libra season, and towards the end of the month for more passionate physical connections. So that could apply to you if you're watching all 3 piles and you've chose 3 as your end story. This means that very soon you're about to be together here. Let's see about the cherry on top. What are their personality or characteristics? And you have Fire Creative, and Fire Sexy. Here we go again with the fire. And Earth Helpful, and Water Understanding. Let's get one more. And Fire Fun. Nice. So like if you picked pile 2 and 3, or progressing and watching all of them, 2 for some of you could represent a new love, and then this turns into sort of the next phase of that new love as well, the more touchy-feely phase of that love. So you could have had the love at first sight, and now you're moving into the physical. Or if you are like twin flames or in a separation kind of situation, 2 represents how you're evolving and getting closer together, and then this is coming down to your physical union actually. All right, so let's get some charms. We got our big spider bowl. Pile 2 also had the engagement ring, so that could be some of you getting engaged, and then this, like, you know, taking that next step after engagement. So you have a heavy weight here. Oh, see, this is kind of like, this is another ring, so like 2 rings good with 2 and 3. You have this time you have Elsa. Elsa's finding a mate finally. She's the single woman that just who's so connected to spirit. Maybe it is a spiritual connection as well. But look, you're like the 2 yolks, you know, the 2 peas in the pod. It's like this, it's like the 2 that make the greater whole, right? It's coming back to source. Twins coming back to source. And 3, see, it takes this, it's like a triangle, it takes these 3 parts. And then you have the robot. So like maybe outside they don't seem like they could be a little stiff, or sometimes hard to express their emotions. They could be a little bit nerdy, or they could be like the Tin Man who wanted to get a heart, but all along he was the most tender and loving of all of them. Then you also have the Saturn planet, like in pile 2, which represents a karmic kind of love, something that is ambitious, like having Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn, or Libra in the 7th, in the 7th house. Or not Libra, a Saturn in the 7th house, sorry. So the Saturn in the 7th house kind of energy represents a past life relationship, a karmic contract, somebody that you're so connected to and driven to be with, and cannot see anything any other way, right? They belong to you, you belong to them. You're like the missing cog in each other's mechanisms. There's music here. And the flower represents gifts and love. And we also had the Beast Rose in pile 2, so that could be like another reference to that. You have a puzzle piece, the missing piece. You have a lot of emotion and love here through the water energy. And then look, you have Joan of Arc. And Joan of Arc is saying, give me the courage and the fortitude to defeat my fears, and give me the strength to fight for what I believe in. Then you also have the Taj Mahal for India, and the plane for trips and air flight and travel, and the little Gulf lady for leisure and having a good time. So I hope you like that, you guys. Thumbs up if you like that. Feel free to comment below. Definitely watch all 3 piles if you want a bigger picture. 3 to get the big picture, okay? But yeah, before I go, let me shout out my wonderful members. So everybody has their way of participating and make this channel better. If you're just visiting, you know, you just being here is a wonderful feeling. If you're a subscriber, you subscribing helps my algorithm to reach more people. So thank you so much. If you are a member, you went above and beyond. You're giving me a subscription monthly kind of thing, so to help support this channel and keep it going. And so my members have tiers that they choose, and with the tiers come badges and emojis and free readings. And it starts with the Platinum Pixies, Claudia Lane and Lupe C, Golden Fairies Leo Sunchild, Twin Flame Luisa Silva, Bull of Faithers Anastasia Sunnyking, Arrow's Mind Wesley, Wild Owl Rose, and Blissful. And my Sparkles of Light, J.R. Colgan, A.A., Kim Califf, Valeska, Chrissy, Jessica D., Jessica Johnson, Mona, Mystic Mountain Dance, Amanda, and Brian. And my Patreons, Melanie, Trini, and Sylvie. Oh gosh, and another Patreon. If you didn't hear your name, please comment below. I forgot to add you to the list, but I update them every once in a while, but I forgot to put my newest Patreon. But thank you so much. Over on the Patreon page, I will post artwork, and you can see sometimes behind the scenes stuff that's happening, and similar tiers over there as well. And I thank you so much, patrons, for supporting me on the Patreon page. All right, you guys. Well, I hope to see you. I think I shall be here on Friday night to do another live reading for everybody with some nice discounted prices. But if you want to get a nice deep in-depth private reading, check out my email address and send me an email, and I will send you a price list and a how-to. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for being here. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.